Kaisho FMers, it's me, FM Cheetah. You can call me Matt, and welcome to Blood, Oil and Football. Newcastle. So you'll say, well, yes, it is. We're here in Toontown. This is a little bit of a different one. I'm taking a controversial leap into the future to a Saudi-owned Newcastle United. Amanda Staveley is the managing director, of course, and she's here with one of the richest, most powerful men on the planet, and a couple of other directors. The media now predict us to finish 12th. But that's it. I haven't changed anything else. I've changed the ownership of the club to reflect next season. I have vacated all the staff, a little bit accidentally, but I went, what the hell? So it's fresh, it's new, and we've come in to see what we can do. The squad, I think we all know. I won't waste too much time on this. Now, the real thing. This is the actual expectations. Play attacking football as part of the culture. Wow, okay. Not signing these sort of players. The current season, though, is finished mid-table, 5th round in the FA Cup. Okay, that's interesting and work within the budget. We can negotiate out attacking football, which we might. Obviously, the expectations aren't that high. That's interesting. I have no idea. You know, I just took the money we'd heard and changed that, updated the club, and so I have no idea, you know, what's ahead of us. But I'd probably like to drop attacking football. Why don't we do that now, in fact? So tactically, while, you know, there are times you want to play attacking football, it's not necessarily something I want to be measured on. So I don't know how, in which world we would actually be talking to Prince Mohammed bin Salman, but there you go. MBS, we're going to try and drop it. No chance. Prince Mohammed bin Salman, is he not king? Okay. Anyway, will we see the money now? Okay, here, this is interesting. Okay, so 75 million in the transfer kit. He hasn't gone crazy, hasn't gone too crazy, and a wage budget of just shy of 2.4. Our current spend is 1.5, so big wage increase and a big budget increase. What happens if we go top half? Huge leap. I don't think we need to, though, do we? I don't really think. Let's under-promise and over-perform here. Let's stick with it. Wow, this is really interesting. Because I've gotten rid of all the staff, I actually don't know the potential of my team. I was about to show you the squad sort of by potential, but so I don't really know what the potential is. And as you'll see, no staff. So this is all the work. Put together a new team and get these boys trained. So that'll be the first thing we do. Looking here, so could either play left back, and we've got a couple of left backs in Danny Rose and Willems, or we would play right midfield in a kind of supportive wide role, I guess. Now he can't do that. Can Lazaro do that? Lazaro can do that. He's not amazing, but he can do it. Who else do we have on the right? Almiron? No, he's more a left kind of guy. Anyone else who's naturally on the right? No one. So it looks like the right. Oh wait, Mutu? No, definitely not. Okay. There are obviously a couple of players. The new players who came in prior to this. Alain Saint-Maximin. Alain Saint-Maximin, I mean, he's 22. He's quite good, isn't he? Really. And Jolinton. Yeah, I mean, decent player. Again, isn't it amazing? I know nothing about the team, so we're gonna have to find out. I wasn't expecting that. But okay. So I knew about Danny Rose. I didn't know about Bento. I remember the ex-Tottenham. Yeah, the ex-Tottenham midfielder now at Schalke, here on loan. Option to buy? 2 million. Well, we'll see. Can we return any of these guys? His loan can't be terminated. Danny Rose? Maybe. Jetro Willems? Jetro. No, okay. And who was in it? It was Bentaleb. Oh, okay. So we'll be playing them this season. So we've got we've got decent money and certainly good wages, 76. So we need to bring in some effective players. No one over 30, preferably signing under 23s, playing within an attacking system. I think we can probably create a balanced system as well. But if we mostly play in that attacking system that keeps the board happy, and we can see what we can do in this new era of cashed up Newcastle. Yeah. Try not to feel too dirty about that blood money. Well, I guess since there's not too much to do, let's have a look at the schedule. So a few friendlies, but it looks like we'll need to arrange some more, a couple of good ones too. We start the season away at West Ham and then home to Man U. That'll be interesting. Well, yeah, we'll see, I guess. No, mid-table is the aim. So, if we can get 3 points out of this, maybe 4, that would be good. I don't know where we would get maybe a win over Man U and a draw at West Ham, maybe. Certainly we need to, St James Park needs to be it. Now, speaking of St James Park, haven't changed, there's nothing changed here. Everything is still the same, and obviously long-term, this is the aim. The aim, obviously long-term, we haven't really spoken about, is to grow the club with the backing we have, to improve all this, to improve Darsley Park or relocate, to improve St James's Park, maybe expand it a bit. We don't want to leave, of course, but to get all that up, improve the data analysis, to improve all that, and get this club where it's meant to be, top of the table. Yeah, okay. Well, given that there's a lot of work to do, I might get on with it because there'll be a lot to show you when we get back and I don't want to waste too much time at the front end. It is the 1st of July. Season kicks off on the 10th of Saturday, 10th of August. So about 6 weeks to get full set of staff. We'll have a look at some players, make any rash decisions. See you then. Whew, that was an immense preseason. I think it was the biggest preseason I've ever had to do, given all the recruiting from a staff perspective that we had to go through. We did fill all the vacancies, including the management roles in the under-23s and under-18s. So we have a full complement of staff. They're all very good. Absolutely, just forever. Took hours and hours and hours. Here's I won't take you through everything, but here's the first team, the first team coaching staff. Martin Hunter is my 2IC. Brian Klug is our head of youth development. And then, a bunch of other stuff. Paul Hardiman, Dennis Bergkamp, Paul McGuinness, real just experienced. Did have a lot of, it was interesting actually, because when you looked at staff who potentially would come to us, a lot of them didn't want to at all. So that was challenging. Anyway, we filled it. We filled it, and we look good. Haven't filled all the recruiting positions, mostly the scouting, but we tried to make a broad range of scouting: South America, Europe, Eastern Europe, Western Europe, South America, etc. Anyway, I think I probably said that. We filled almost every position there, but I'm not too worried. And of course, we filled all the medical staff, but that's not really what you want to see. I know what you want to see. What did we do staff-wise? So let's start with the outs. Federico Fernandez, who I didn't expect actually to go, but I was told by the media that he might not get a work permit, so I sold him, and turns out it's fine because obviously Everton got him. 7.5 million, so a little bit of profit there. Henri Savet left to Shenzhen, 2 million. Obviously a bit of a loss there, but that's how it is. Colback, couldn't sell him, but he actually went on loan to where is he actually? Sorry, to Sheffield Wednesday. So he's on loan to Sheffield Wednesday. It can be recalled, but look, his contract winds up, and I just they took a good chunk of the wages with him. So yep, fair enough. Deandre Yedlin was probably going to happen. Off to Tigres in Mexico for 5.5. So didn't quite make our money back from Tottenham, but look, he was never going to get a game. because others were ahead of him. Well, you knew that because, yeah. One of the surprises, Yannick Touré, wasn't expecting the Swiss youngster to go, but Arsenal came in with a $2 million bid. Well, actually, they came in with like a $750,000 bid. I tried 3, then I tried 2.5, then I tried 2, and they took 2. And given, the purchasing we're making, I thought, fine, he's okay, but, it's not a huge loss. It didn't seem to matter. The surprise, the one I wasn't expecting, was Kieran Clark to Bournemouth. Little edgy about this, but 29, hadn't been here for a while, and I needed to make room in the squad, and we've got Dummett. I wanted Dummett to stay because he is a homegrown, and if we perchance do make Europe, we're going to need as many good homegrowns as possible. So I went Kieran, and Bournemouth picked him up for 12.5. We paid Villa 6 for him, so it's a good deal. Atsu went out on loan. He's unregistered, so he went on loan to Nims. That's, they're not paying anything for him, unfortunately. They're paying a monthly fee, which is fine, but they're not paying his wages. He, get game time. I didn't think we tried to sell him, but he'll probably go out on loan again next season, and that will be that. The other one on loan is Yoshinori Mutu. Again, same thing, wasn't expecting it. He's here for a little longer, and I think it's a decent loan deal. Yoshinori has gone to CSKA Moscow on loan. They're picking up his entire contract, so that's great. No monthly fee, but they're paying his wages, and I'm okay with that. Recall, in there, just in case, you never know. But the ins are what you're after. Okay, so let me preface this by saying that, there's a lot of ins. Some of them were things like this. Jay Fitzmartin, who turned out to be... so this is one of the Bolton youngsters. He's 16. Obviously, he's not, probably extremely unlikely to get any kind of game time. But one for the future. If we look at the coaching report here, we'll see, great potential comparative, and this is, I guess, compared to the stuff the players we have in now. So no brainer. Cost whatever it costs, 400,000, 165,000 from Bolton, chump change. For a young Englishman who, again, maybe he will fill the quotas in a European Cup run. Another Bolton score: the 17-year-old Joe White, left fullback. Came in for 100,000. Again, solid. He was one of the solid ones at Bolton. There were some that aren't. Ronan Darcy is one of those players who can and can't be good depending. But good. Solid. Lots of growth here till 2022. Probably get some. Who'll play in the under-23s this season. Probably loan him out when he turns 18. Again, with the Bolton stuff, this is probably the star of the Bolton recruits, I think. Adam Senior, sort of covering ball playing central defender. You'd have to, just outstanding. He's going to be something special, in a few years. Again, he'll probably play in the under-23s for now. Unless we have a huge rash of injuries, I don't see him coming in. But, again, 17, look at those. Look at those attributes. Fantastic. And the last of the Bolton players, 17-year-old Sonny Graham. This one came 145 for Sonny. And another one, a great potential, of course. Obviously super young, again, 17. Again, I think we'll probably continue to play in the under-23s, and we'll look to loan him next year. But, a star... a star of the future. One I wasn't expecting in Noan Kenner, he sort of occasionally he pops up in a save, and he really is something. 16-year-old, again, coaching reports outstanding, just a ball-winning midfielder. He did pretty well in pre-season. He actually ended up getting a lot of time in pre-season. I don't imagine him featuring a lot, but we brought him in from Leeds for 900,000, a lot of money. So compared to the others, but to be expected given it's Leeds, the 190 centimeters big unit, going to be, I mean, 16, look at that, outstanding. There was one other Bolton star I forgot to mention, 17-year-old Matthew Alexander, keeper, again, one of those who's sometimes pretty good, sometimes not. 17, keeper, great. You know, he'll go out loan next year, and we'll just see how he develops. We need this is all about getting, as many youth players in as possible. Speaking of left backs, Max Lyle, now I wasn't sure about this. Now, I know we have 2 left backs on loan, but one of them is Jetro Willems. He's just not that good, and plus he's not ours. So Max Lyle is ours. Amdenard is 22. He's not all that young, but he's pretty good. I mean, you'd have to say 22, this good. We'll see how he develops. Look, if it doesn't, I mean, he didn't come in for small money, 5 mil. Has done well pre-season, and it's really been between him and Danny Rose. It did mean that I can't remember if I I must have registered Jetro Willems just in case. And unfortunately, because of the age, I had to register Max Lyle, so it takes up a spot there. One for the now, one for the future, hopefully. Speaking of the future, look at this score. Joshua Zirkzee from Bayern, 18-year-old Dutch forward, 194 centimetres, just, outstanding. He's called it, he seems to be naturally an advanced forward, but when you look at it, its work rate's an issue. But, when you play him as something like a defensive, like a supportive target man, it doesn't seem to play that well. So I'm going to get his work rate up maybe and stick with that. But he was a real surprise buy. Came in for 5 mil though. I mean, remember we had 76 plus all the sales at 12.5 for Kieran Clark, a 7.5, so 20 mil for him and for Clark and Fernandez. The money for the 5 for the Yedlin, so we had bits of money. There was just lots of youth at the right kind of price. Jordan Latomba was another one of those looking, was looking toward the future. Matt Ritchie is a long-term injury, and Jordan can play as a winger as well. However, he is out on loan at Blackburn at the moment. And that's fine. Like that, he's got a starting player contract. Good, let him get some game time. Came in for 3.5 mil, which is, it's good money for. He's 20 years old. He's got the future ahead of him. We'll get him a lot of game time. And back to strikers and German strikers. Well, he's actually Turkish, but Ahmed Kutucu, Ahmed Kutucu, the Turkish striker from Schalke. This is a guy for the here and now for sure. 19 years of age, pressing forward. We did get a bit of time in pre-season. Yeah, it's okay. He will definitely feature in the first team. Came in for, I think, a total of 5 with costs. But yeah, great determination, hard worker, can score, not just, and not another target man, which is what we didn't want. Getting more interesting, Ricky van Drongelen from Hamburg, always a great find. Well, not always, sometimes he's not. He was in certainly when we went and scouted him, 2 million, I think goes to 4. Of course, I do, with contracts, I tend to do an upfront, then like a 30-game extra payment, just in case, because if he doesn't get to 30 games, well, I don't pay it, and we on-sell him, but, solid. Not great composure, which isn't terrific, but it did pretty well. I mean, 20 years old, Dutch. He's quite good, strong, brave. Again, 20 for the future. One final defender, and this is the star of the lot, Juan Cruz Comar, the Argentine from Talleres. He generally tends to be a good find. He's actually sort of, I'm pretty sure it's like a 6 or 5. No, I think it's a 5 million in total after 30 games. We'll get that 5 million, of course, and but he is close to being. I mean, he needs to be a starter because he's a star player. Just a shame because Cher and Lascelles have a great relationship, and it's a shame that we probably gonna have to break that up. But he's 22. A lot of young defenders, as you can see, and we need to think towards the future. And he's the future and the now. I was concerned about the star player status. I don't know, where do we see? Here we go. We see that star player status, but I I don't know. I mean, he is just outstanding. So starting to get a little more interesting. This was a sort of a late find. Victor Kovalenko's. Sometimes he's good, sometimes he's not. 23, probably a little older than I want and not as developed, but incredible value. 3.5 flat. That's it. How could you mean 3.5 for a 23-year-old who looks like that? Terrific. He's very flexible, plays in the hole, plays in central midfield. Came in very late, so hasn't had a lot of games. So he'll get a lot of time in the reserves and gives us flexibility across, across everything. Because maybe we want to have a really good cup run and we want quality in that cup run. And he's there to provide that. And 3.5 million. We'll stick to midfielders for now. It's always, Yari and Mohammed Hadaran are those two of those I like to look at. Sometimes neither are any good. Ajax were not interested in selling Mohammed, and Yari was a good price. He's 18 years of age. I've loaned him back to Anderlecht. He's going to cost in total, I think he's going to cost in total something like 12.5 with like 30 games and I think it's even 20 goals. So, yeah, he'd probably get that 20 goals over 2 years. So, it's good value. And those 30 games, as I said, he's at Anderlecht, back at Anderlecht right now. So he won't be featuring this season. But when he comes back next season, being, a 19-year-old then, we won't have to worry about finding him a place. But, solid, 18. He's an absolute star, look at that. What do they say? Has potential to be a Premier League player in the future, championship level now. Yeah. All right, but this, bizarrely, I know it might not look at Bakary Yatta, another Hamburg signing. This guy's been an immense pre-season. He is absolute, he just was going berserk, just hard-working, scoring goals, which is surprising given that if you look at his technicals, they're not that fantastic. It's all just physicals and mentals. Just outstanding. He had a great pre-season for us and incredibly flexible right and left. He will... he may not start for us because obviously we've got Almiron, we have Saint-Maximin, we have Lazaro, but Lazaro seems a bit injury prone, I've noticed. So Bakary might come in, and who knows, if he does well, he might start. But 21, it costs like nothing, like 3 million, 3.1. That's in total for a 21-year-old. Who, if we just have a look at his report, another like, 4 and a bit stars, hardly any cons at all, lots of pros, great pace, great overall top speed, really just, solid. I mean, a weak left foot, but this guy on the left, he plays like an inside winger, on the right, a winger. No, good. I mean, the only thing really are the, are these attributes. I'm not too concerned because he's putting them away pre-season. But the star of the piece is Donny van der Beek. Now, Donny costs some money. So it's 15, I think, plus there's some. I can't remember quite what the total is, but yeah, it costs some money. 15 wouldn't be a lot. I think it's something like 25. So he's got like 20 goals in 30 games. He will get those games. He came in late-ish, and actually, it wasn't all that. But, he's Donny van der Beek. I expect him to be running that midfield. I expect him to keep Jonjo on his toes, I should say, because he certainly has the potential to do so. Bentaleb is a loan signing. We have an opportunity to buy him. Maybe. He wasn't terrible, but... Donny is ours. He is the jewel in the crown. I'm not sure. Is he a star player? He's an important player. Yeah, there we go. And that's the transfer signing. So a total of 114 million in, 56 out. We still have money though. Still have 31 million in the bank. And wages-wise, we've got a current wage total of 1.8 versus 2.3.5. So... we haven't gone too crazy with the wages. Certainly Donny is the biggest, the biggest expense we have. Tactically, this has generally been the default. You'll notice that Donny isn't in this lineup starting. That's because he wasn't so great, but we'll see how we go. And in fact, one thing you'll notice, with the exception of Jolinton, who managed to get himself seriously injured, this is... with the exception of Jolinton starting and Komar in, oh no, Love as well. It's pretty much the squad we came here for, regardless of all the spending. Because I'm aware that we've bought a lot of players in, and yeah, I've seen it before where you bring a lot of players in and they just, it ends up, you know, they end up just not having enough connections there. You can see there isn't a lot of connection going on here. Lascelles and Share were the only ones who had any kind of natural connection. Shea is on the bench. You know, he'll probably, you know, I mean, we'll see. If Komar doesn't step up, if Komar struggles, then we'll bring Shea back on. This will probably be the default, except the difference being here, of course, we're balanced, will probably be positive, but this first away is away. This first game is away, and we don't want to get too carried away. I know we're supposed to be playing attacking, but tough, you know. In fact, I might even take counter-pressing off as well. Lazaro's had a fantastic preseason, but been injury prone. So Maximim's not great, but Almiron, who comes back late, hasn't been all that good either. It's actually Bakary Jatta who has been the star. So that's the squad. Mutu will drop him down, so he's out on loan. Atsu's out on loan. There's obviously players still in the reserves who are quite good. The young players we signed from Bolton, and they will probably get a lot of game time. But you know, for now, no. A lot of players. I am concerned, but we'll see. Let's get to January. If we've got a lot of issues, you know, maybe we'll take some offers somewhere. Anyway, so that's a lot. Spent a lot of money. You know, a lot of blood money has been spent. And you know, no. There's no, Messi here. There's no. God, can't remember any footballers because there's been no football on. Yeah, you know, there's no huge stars. Van der Beek is probably the one, the sort of biggest star to come in. Everyone else is, you know, just potential. Yeah. Okay, let's see how they go. So it's away to West Ham. West Ham favourites 6-4. We're 13-8. Yeah, okay. So West Ham playing 3 at the back at home. Okay. Any names already we don't recognise? I don't think so. That is the starting squad. I don't think they come. They don't. I don't think they have a lot of money to begin with. I know Yarmolenko can be quite dangerous. Yeah, Zabaleta on the left. So let's hope that Sir Maximim just burns him because Zabaleta has no pace. But Felipe Anderson and Masaku with Manquillo and Lazaro on the right. Yeah, maybe. And they have Haller up front. We have Kutucu and Andy Carroll. Come on, lads, show me what you can do. I have faith. Lots of faith. I've got plenty of faith in you. Not a huge response, is it? Let's get to the tunnel. You're about to take change. How do you feel? Special day. Given Manisav's lack of match fitness, how long do you think he can stay out there? It's good to go. How useful is Valentino Lazaro's versatility? Makes us stronger. How much is it a boost? Is his absence calm? You know, don't see it affecting the match too much. And when we're away, I've just realized, so I am on key highlights for these matches, and I think I sped up the game as well. So that could, we might just actually drop that down. There we go. We'll drop the match speed down. Should encourage shorter play. I don't think so. Okay, Lascelles out to Maximim the ball. Well, shorter play, and then we get back to Shelby. Shelby finds low, gets past, crosses in. Oh, Kutucu, good chance there. That's good. Okay, nice start. 12 minutes in, 13 minutes in. Yeah, I haven't stuck with short passing. I don't know. Maybe we want to. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, they have Fabianski with the kick. Finds some Maximan who cuts inside. He's going to shoot, isn't he? A weak shot. I guess with his weaker left foot, Fabianski gathers. All right, let's get a bit creative. 22 minutes in. Inspired. Love a bit of creativity. Uh-oh. Free kick. Felipe Anderson. Balbuena gathers. We're trying to close him down. No. Cross Felipe Anderson. Quick. Oh, no. Felipe Anderson finds the far corner. No. Good crossfield ball from Balbuena. Balbuena finds Felipe Anderson. No one marking him at all. Finds the corner. That's who is it goes in there? Yep, get it. We're seeing if he's offside, are we? Yeah, that's fine. Cross in. Who is it that tries to get over? No one. Okay. Dubravka with a goal kick. Komar pass. Manquillo. Oh no, come on. Hala. Lovely. No, Felipe Anderson. Nice. Manquillo makes up for it. Lazaro, come on. That's Manny alongside. That's good. Good recovery. Finds some Maximan coming in. Oh, shoots as he get a deflection. No. Do we want to go positive? Not yet. Come on, let's hold on there. Shelby finds the Maximan. I guess the question is what we want from this too. I mean, we want a point, don't we? Let's demand a little more. Let's see what happens. Focus, good. I mean, 6 shots, 2, only 2 on target. That's the unfortunate bit. Is that? If we are working into the box, yeah, okay. So they're not shooting wildly. It's one of those, okay, so 1-0 down. It is one of those things where you look at it and you think, well, bulk of the possession, bulk of the shots, same amount, more shots on target. You're thinking we're 1-0 down. All right, they're unlucky. They are very unlucky. Let's give a bit of change of that. Looking through here, maximum 6.4. I don't know. I mean, let's leave him there for a bit. I know it's not great. But the highlights have all involved him. So let's just leave him there for now. Probably bring Jutta on if he can't do it. Might even switch to positive, we'll see. I don't want to open us up though. Okay, Balbuena. Oh, Masuaku, come on. Do not let Felipe Anderson. Nice. Okay, so let's switch to positive and make some substitutions. Okay, well, that was that. Jetta not so magic out there, but I'll have to do an Andy Carroll come on as a supportive defender. Why is winger, inverted winger on support? Lazaro, look at that, 75, getting tired, but not too barrel at 6.7 anyway. Let's come on. Shelby fires it in, finds Komar, who finds the net. Well, there you go. Scored on his debut. Outstanding. So let's just knock it back to balanced. Look at this. Shelby in. Komar just gets up there and does it. Does the business. Excellent. Well, justified his choice. Let's keep it at balance right now. Lazaro is looking quite tired. I don't have another winger to bring on. Right now. So this is what we could do. So what I could do is bring on... So Jutta, yep. But maybe in a... Oh. What's going on here? Yeah, in a supportive role. Yeah. And then we bring on Bentalab. But here's what we do. What we do is I drop him down here. Just move John Joe over. Let's put Bentalab here as a Mazzala so I can get a little bit wider. And well, maybe we move Hayden over just to give him a bit of support there. Working into the box. So working the box, remaining patient, not forcing the issue. Okay. Let's leave it for now. Done. We'll just change some of these opposition tactics. Okay, we're almost 80 minutes in. It's 1-1. Uh-oh, West Ham throw. Come on. Did someone clear it? Yeah, someone cleared it. Back to Creswell. Is anyone getting forward? The only thing is we have not a lot of people getting forward. Philip Anderson's been quite dangerous. Let's stay on it. Come on, low. No. Another patience there. 8-4. Okay, so we'll go to cautious. And we're going to slow it down. We might short pass. There we go. Okay, and the team instructions, let's just keep it going. Let's regroup. Might seem good. Okay, I mean, yes, we want to play attacking football, but I think, you know, 1 point away is it's a point. I mean, yes, West Ham have a point, but we have a point as well. And, you know, a lot of changes in the team. You know, it's not going to be the same as playing at home. And I know we spent a lot of money. There's a lot of expectation, probably. But, you know, a point away. Not unhappy. No, I don't think it's disappointing. I think come back. Great. I'm not going to take that advice. Okay, so 1-1. Now, this is a Monday game, so everyone's played. So we sit mid-table with West Ham. There we go, next to each other. That's it. Let's see what everyone's got to say. Como scored in his debut. We'll do a press conference. I do love a press conference. I won't bore you with these for now, but all square. Was that a missed opportunity? The draw is a fair result. Kuchu had a fairly horrid time. I think it's best if we just will put no. It wasn't great, but won't be worrying about it for now. Komar, it's absolutely good to find the back of the net. That's fantastic. Salvo was a joy to watch. Was a very good player out there. Shelby on form. He was. Was he player of the match, in fact? Let's give him a little calm praise. Just want to say, keep it up, mate. Well done. Kept Van der Beek on the bench. Oh, yeah, okay. And I just saw who our next game is. It is home to Man United, who did win their game, in fact. Yeah, so one thinks that... I don't think... I'll think about it. Let's get to the game. We'll cut this. It's like a magical time thing where I'll think about it, play with it a bit, and then suddenly we'll be at... Just a quick jump in before we get to the Man United game. A Tyne Teesside clash in the League Cup. So we're Middlesbrough are visiting and in the second round, and we're going to spank them. What is the expectations of the Carabao Cup? It's not important. Cool. So it just doesn't matter to them. That's how big we are now. The League Cup isn't important. Anyway, let's go and smash Man United. See how quick that was? Just like that. So here we are for the home game at Man United. There was a previous game, an interesting one too. 2-0 away win from Arsenal over Tottenham in a nice London derby. So that puts Arsenal Top of the table at the moment with 2 games in hand. Obviously, that may all be over in a matter of moments. Man City have the opportunity to get 3 points away at Norwich. Who else had a good start? I'm not sure, but anyway, there's 6 points there for Man City. I guess Liverpool, I think they won there, so another 3 points at home to Villa, you'd expect. Can we get 3 points against a team that historically have done us some harm or disservice? We all remember the Keegan's Entertainers. I'd love to beat them. Anyway, yeah, I mean, it would be nice to get 3 points on. I guess I'd have to say I want a point, but I'm really going for 3 points. Obviously, they're favourites 5-4. We're 7-4, so we're not too far off, but they're favourites. They've got great players. So, because I want to get points on the board, I am going for something more positive mentality and in formation. So we'll play positively. We'll work the ball around. We'll go shorter pass. Not playing anyone back, but Hayden can obviously step back if need to. Everything remains unchanged except Donny's coming on for Matty Longstaff. And the bench remains unchanged as well. Matty Longstaff goes to the bench. That's the change. I want to give Saint-Maximin and Kutucu a chance. You know, they need it. They need a chance. Anyway, that's it. So I don't know how they play. Oh, nothing surprising, I guess. That's interesting. Where's Fernandez? He must be injured. He's not on the bench. Did he not have a... Okay, I mean a 4-2-3-1. Yeah, Daniel James. Is he all that really? I don't think he's all that. Rashford up front though. Yeah. Now do this for the fans. Come on, get out there. Get out there. I've got lots of faith. Look at that. That's good. Like that. And here we go. We'll see. They want us playing attacking. Let's give it a go. What was our shot on goal? Hayden, apparently. Wait, who's this? Kutucu. Oh, De Gea saves. Okay. What's he taking free kicks for? You know what? I don't think I've actually set that up. Anyway, let's hope he's good. Maximum. That's weak. De Gea comes out. Oh, they're on the counter. Come on. Come on. Stay on it. Stay on it. Good. Good. All right. We need Donny to step up. That's for sure. It's cagey, isn't it? Not a lot happening. They've got bulk of the possession. Kutucu, another goal. Was on target. Yes, Saint-Maximin cutting in like he does. Oh. Oh, De Gea saves. There's a much better result from Saint-Maximin. Okay, in-swinger. In-swinger, really? Bam. Come on, Van der Beek. Come on. Come on, Donny. Put it back in. Hayden. Shelvey. Ooh. Hayden, keep it going. Recycle it. Come on. And then here we go. Shelvey fires it in. Oh, come on. Oh, very similar to that West Ham goal. Nice. Okay, that's good. Okay, well, you've been unlucky. They have been unlucky. I think that's undoubtedly true. Saint-Maximin, Shelvey, Hayden. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Can he play? He can't play further back, can he? Not really. What about instead of a shooter, we use him as an inside winger on attack? Yeah, let's just try and change that a little bit, see how that goes. 9 shots, 4 on target. Shelvey, here we go. Come on, get on it. Get on it. Oh. Oh, that was good. Van der Beek, in-swinger. Bam, come on. Come on, where are you, Comma? You can do it. Trying low crosses, are they? Okay. Manquillo, Shelvey, back to Manquillo. Manquillo finds Shelvey, goes back, Comma, stay on it. Finds Shelvey. Manquillo finds Lazaro. Come on, Valentin. Come on, Kutucu. Oh. How are we going? Yeah, again, Kutucu and Maximin. Looks like they're going to have to come off. I mean, Hayden's not having the best game either. Target man. Supportive. And then what, a box-to-box in. Should we just hold off? We'll hold off. We'll just hold off for now. I think we've got to do it. Come on. Get creative. Yeah, I think Hayden has to come on. Sorry, Hayden. Longstaff has to come on for Hayden. Oh, God, I'm really not thrilled about that. But we're going to do it. Let's hope it doesn't leave us vulnerable. Demand more. Come on. Good, focused. Wait for it. Yep, on attack, baby. It's not real. Yeah, sure, do it. Actually, wait. There. Do it. Here we go. Okay, go. Go, Tony, go. Go. Come on, come on. Manquillo, come on, come on. Come on! Whoa, God. John Joe. 0-0. Wow. 0-0. 21 shots, 9 on target. Well, the on target's the problem. There's less than half on target. We did restrict them, though. I mean, that's something. Who is player of the match? I must be their player. Is it De Gea? Who is it? Lindelof. Okay, yeah, Lindelof. Yeah, all right. Another great game from John Joe. Donny had a pretty good start against Maximum. I don't know. Yeah. And Kuchuku, I think we might have to change that up. All right. Again, unlucky. I think you were unlucky. I think we're deeply unlucky. Yep. Press conference about to begin. I won't bore you with that. What's going on here? Not happy with this training. Okay, so... All right, not all the games, but obviously quite a few. Liverpool, as we predicted, do Aston Villa. City do Norwich. What's the top of the table look like? Leicester had a win as well, so they're on 6 points. So we did hold back United from getting 6 points. We kept them to 4. We're on 2 points at the moment. There's other teams there who could easily be, you know, on. So we've got beneath us West Ham. I don't know who they're playing, but if it's someone weak, you know, they could be on 4 points and we could be further down. At the moment, we're smack bang in mid-table. Which given, I mean, I'm not too concerned. I think that's, I'm not too concerned given the games we played. I think that's fine. I think, you know, there's obviously still a few games to play there, which could easily result in us dropping down to 14th or 15th. But, you know, home win to United, 0-0 to United, I think. Again, I'm not unhappy with that given the amount of changes. The away point at West Ham is good. If we get a point at every away game, fantastic. If we get a point to any of the top 5 teams at home, I guess that's good, really. I mean, you know, it's hard, you know, we don't want to, yes, we've got all this terrible blood money in and we've spent it, but we don't want to get too carried away. I think we need to certainly have a look at Alessa Maximin and Kutucu. We probably need to do something about that immediately, really. We might give Miguel Almiron, it's French now. We might give Miguel Almiron a bit of a whirl, and I don't know. Maybe we put Xerxes on the bench, take him off, and run with Andy. So we have, you know, a setup like that. Obviously here. What is the next games? It's at home, Burnley. Okay, so we definitely want to do that. All right. So what do we come back for? Arsenal at home and Watford away. That could be interesting. That could be interesting. Anyway, around about there, we might skip it. We'll see how we go. That's it. I mean, draws. It's good. We got on the score sheet. We're creating chances. They'll go in eventually. We'll find the people to put away. Joelinton will be back. Hopefully he'll be the answer to our questions. Thanks for joining me today. If you liked what you saw, please drop a like. And if you want to see more, hit the subscribe. There's lots of interesting things going on, and we might have a little blog as well. So if you hit the subscribe button, any of those things interest you, well, you'll be kept aware. So thanks again for joining me. Until next time, la starate.